Oh, hi, Demo Man, you're back! What were you doing?
Well, I was playing what is considered by many to be the best Sonic game. Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic Adventure 2? I love that game. It's amazing fun. I remember the City Escape level like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. It's quite a fun game. But the mech levels with Tails and Eggman can get annoying, and the treasure hunting stages for Knuckles and Rouge can get a bit annoying and drag on. But I enjoyed the heck out of Sonic and Shadow stages.
Well, it's one of my favorite Sonic games, but which one is your favorite demo?
Well, my favorite is Sonic Unleashed.
Unleashed is your favorite?
Yes, it has an amazing story, and I really like the Warhawk stages. I'm mainly talking about the Xbox 360 PS3 versions, not the PS2 and Wii versions.
Well, the game is kind of difficult. Some of the stages can be unfair, the Warhawk can be a bit repetitive, and the QuickTime events can often ruin the fun.
Well, yeah, the Warhawk can be boring at times, and the QuickTime events can be annoying. But other than that, the story and the gameplay are good.
Oh, hi there, Scout and Demo. What is going on here?
Well, we are just talking about Sonic games.
Oh, yes, Sonic is good.
Yeah, my favorite is Unleashed.
Unleashed? That was a good game. The Chunnan Dragon Road Day stage is so fun. Especially that part where you run on the dragon. Thinking now, it kind of reminds me of the Starlight Carnival stage from Colors.
Sonic Colors!
You know, the story is pretty weak in Colors.
Well, I don't play Sonic games for the story. I play them for the fast-paced platforming.
Honestly, Colors is kind of easy.
But the Wisp can be used at any time you want, and there's also a fun multiplayer mode you can play. But just don't play the Ultimate version, just play the original Wii version instead.
Boy, am I hearing correctly? You're talking about Sonic games.
Yes, I just played Adventure 2, and my favorite is Unleashed.
Adventure 2 is great, but I honestly prefer the first Adventure game more.
Sonic Adventure? That game has aged poorly to me.
How come?
The issue is the platforming can often be basic and some of the gameplay styles are really poor, such as big fishing levels. Also, the whole worlds are just bland at best. I even got stuck at one point because I was searching the next stage.
The amount of gameplay variety it has is amazing, such as Sonic's platforming stages, Tails racing stages, and Knuckles treasure hunting stages. It's just best to play the original Dreamcast version and the DX Director's Cut and the HD ports.
Honestly, Sonic Adventure has aged like sour milk. So I heard you're talking about Sonic games. Well, my favorite Sonic games are the classic games, especially CD, and even Shadow the Hedgehog for some odd reason.
I understand you like the classic games, but why Shadow the Hedgehog? That game is such a mess. The story is so baffled and confusing, and the guns feel unnecessary. The tone is also inconsistent at best.
Because Shadow the Hedgehog strangely appeals to me. The reason why I like the classic games is because they're so timeless.
To be honest, if I have to pick the best 2D Sonic game, it's either 2 or Mania.
Origins is disappointing at best. They removed the Michael Jackson tracks due to copyright issues. Yes, there are mods to restore them back, but it's like Sega were too lazy to renew the license.
That's honestly true. So I see you're talking about Sonic games. I picked Generations. That game was a great way to celebrate Sonic's 20th anniversary.
Generations is good, but the story is so lackluster and paper-thin, and you need to complete challenges to get the keys to open a boss battle. That's such a chore to me.
Generations is so fun, but the choices of boss battles was underwhelming at best to me.
But it has amazing stages of the best of each Sonic game.
Even better, Generations has such a big modding community. You can literally make custom stages and import other stages as well as from other Sonic games that don't appear in Generations.
One issue I have with Generations is that Crisis City from 06 appears, despite the fact that game isn't canon. It literally retcons it as canon.
Seriously, 06 is such a trash game and doesn't deserve to be canon to the Sonic timeline. This is an issue I have with Generations.
You can just simply ignore that and enjoy the rest of the stages from Sonic games that are canon. Even better, unlike most other meta-era Sonic games, there's no cringy jokes. Seriously, that was my issue with the era of how childish it could be.
What's disappointing about Generations for me is that there are no stages from CD aside from the Metal Sonic boss battle. But still, CD is my favorite Sonic game because of how unique it feels, especially with the past and future mechanics.
But the special stages in that game can be a pain, especially the controls.
Honestly, I always skip the special stages. They were always mostly a chore to get to.
So you're talking about Sonic games?
Yes, so Angie, which one is your favorite?
My favorite Sonic games are Heroes and the storybook games.
Heroes, well, yeah, but the storybook games, really?
You seriously like Secret Rings and the Black Not the best? Yes, along with Heroes, they're my favorites.
But why? Those games are literally the most forgotten since people rarely talk about them.
Well, it's because the storybook games have such a unique premise of mixing fairy tales and myths into the Sonic world. It was also the last time the characters felt like them true selves before they were flanderized in the meta era until Frontiers.
But the controls in those games are so broken, they literally have force motion controls.
But you can simply use an emulator and use a controller or a keyboard and mouse and improve the controls.
But Sonic will run by himself still, since the game is programmed that way, and using the Wii Remote to swing your sword is a pain.
Besides, the upgrades are useless, since you can just beat the games without them.
On topic of Sonic games that you're all talking about, the upgrades and customizations were best seen in Forces.
Sonic Forces?
Yes, exactly, I'm fond of that game.
So Forces is your favorite?
Yes, after the shit show that was Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, the franchise finally went on track. But that game is terrible gameplay. Hey, you can make a custom character in that game. Besides, it has a much greater focus on story than most previous games.
But the story still sucks, and the characters are poorly written.
Okay, we can at least agree Lost World was bad. Exactly, Lost World should have been called Supersonic Galaxy.
It's hardly even a Sonic game, not to mention much like the horrible Rise of Lyric. I never played it because I never got a Wii U.
Besides, if you want a similar game, just play the Super Mario Galaxy games.
After all this conversation, we can agree that we all have our own tastes.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. Besides, Pyro ordered Frontier, so I can't wait to play it.
Me too, I heard so many good things about it.